Good afternoon, Facebook. Eileen Hetherington coming to you live from the A1C Club. I just wanted to share something with you for a moment. Basically when I found out I was a type 2 diabetic, my whole life changed. And I mean my life changed. I wound up being places that I never thought I would ever be. But sometimes I have to realize that this is where I was supposed to be. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you today was one of the doctors, one of the physicians that I work with, was talking to me and telling me that he goes into a Starbucks every morning to get something to drink, some coffee. And there is a young man there whose mother is a diabetic. And he's really worried about her because he felt like his mother needed some help and he didn't know how to get it for her. I said, give her my number. We'll talk to her. And we'll see what's on her mind, and whatever we can do to try to help, that's what we'll do. And so I saw the physician like last week sometime, and I asked him, I said, what happened to that young man? Because I never got that call. And he said, she'll call you, she'll call you, she'll call. So she called me today, and she told me that she felt like giving up, that she just felt like she couldn't do it anymore. She told me that she had her foot amputated, and she needed some help. I got to tell you something. The reason why I feel like diabetes is what it is today is because people need help with education. We need help trying to understand our disease, trying to understand what we can and cannot eat, what we can and cannot drink. We need help. And I got to tell you something. I never thought in my wildest imaginations that this is where I would be today. Talking to people about diabetes. I remember when my mother was first diagnosed, and I couldn't even figure out how to use a meter. That's how limited my knowledge was in terms of diabetes. And today, as a patient, I can't say that I got it all together, because I'm learning every day about diabetes. But I got to tell you something. This mission that I'm on it. I am on it. And the A1C Club is here to help you. We're here to try to answer questions from a patient's perspective, give you information. But I just want you to know that you are not alone. Everybody's been through denial. I was in denial for a very long time. But reality really feels good to me, and it sits well with me. I don't worry anymore about a lot of things in terms of my health, because I'm facing these demons, and that the biggest demon that I'm facing is diabetes. And I'm learning how to work with it. And I got to tell you something. The future is looking real good. And I just want you to know, don't feel like you're alone. If you educate yourself in terms of your illness, or let's just put it this way, if you educate yourself in terms of your diagnosis, Google is the best thing. You can always Google what fruits are high in sugar, what foods are high in glucose, nutritionally, where should you be as a diabetic. Put your weight in. You can find out what your body mass index is and where you should be. People think that losing weight is the most difficult thing to do, and it can be. But with you as a diabetic, it should be much easier, because you have a mission. And your mission is to get healthy. Your mission is to live life. Your mission is to know that somebody cares about you. Your mission is to know that you care more about yourself than someone else does. And that one of the biggest things that you want to do is save your own life. You don't have to worry about saving everybody else's life right now, because right now yours is more important. And when you realize that you love yourself, you care about yourself, you want to get your diabetes under control, you don't want any amputations, you don't want to be blind, you don't want to be going through all these changes that you're going through because you're trying to deal with something that you don't understand. Educate yourself and know that the A1C Club is here for you. And what we're here to do is to help diabetic patients understand their disease. So, I'm going to tell you what I did. I got on Google, and I Googled everything I could possibly find out about diabetes. And I began to institute it into my daily living. diabetes, and it felt like a little bit of an obsession at first, but I wanted to live. And so I didn't really care what other people thought, because it was my life that was important to me. And if you want to get yourself together, you want to live your life, if you want to be healthy, then research your disease. Find out information about it. Find out what is good for a diabetic, what is not good for a diabetic, the longevity of diabetics. Look up kidney disease, look up liver, look up everything that you can, and understand and know what you're working with. Because this affects you. It absolutely affects you. And then get your life together. Because do you want to get your life together? I think you do. And I hear you. And I understand you. And I know it's hard. But it can be done. It can be done. It can be done. It can be done. And I'm just here to tell you that I am living proof that it can be done. So, don't let it get you down just because you're a diabetic. Beat your own odds and learn about your disease. And like I was telling you, it's real important for you to eat appropriately. Know what your numbers are in terms of your glucose, because if it's too high, you don't need to eat any more foods that have a lot of carbohydrates and a lot of sugar in them. You need to try to balance yourself out, if you and understand your warning signs. If you're urinating all the time, if you're thirsty all the time, if you have this thirst that you cannot quench, meaning you just drinking water and nothing's helping you, if you're itching, if your legs are hurting, they're painful, you're feeling numbness and tingling in your feet, your hands, if you're starting to get headaches, if you're having stomach aches, if you're feeling nauseated, get yourself to the emergency room and get checked out. Find out where you stand and then help yourself. There's a lot of us out there that won't let you down. But understand, it all starts with you. Okay? So don't let diabetes beat you up. Because it's something that you can win. It's not a bully. You can win. And you can get your life together. And you can get yourself under control. And know that the A1C Club is here for you. And that we are trying as much as we can to bring education and research, understanding, and education to diabetes. We want to make it today what it should be. Okay? Peace to you. And know that you are not alone.